Welcome, guys. Another Sunday and another Fireside. I hope you all had a great weekend. You enjoyed, relaxed. You didn't watch a lot of trades and a lot of charts because there was like nothing to do actually on it, on the boring side of trading. Speaking about it, I hope you touched some grass, spent some time with family. That's important. Actually, that's the most important. Charts always gonna be here, no matter what. So yeah, I have some things prepared for you guys for today's sessions. It's gonna be a chill session. I want to show you something. Even I make mistakes. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely not thinking I'm the good one and the best one, but I still make a mistake. But the one that I did today, was a hell of a funny one as well, but pain in the ass for me, unfortunately. And I'm gonna show you about it as well, what I did. I took some trades. Trades, scalps, what turned out a little bit into the longer time trades. So I want to show you them as well. Just more like reasoning behind it, why I took them, why I took them, and what was the point of it to do that. So I'm gonna share that as well with you, and then I have some things to talk about it as well for the next week. What what do I kind of ish expect what's gonna happen? Maybe, hopefully, let's see. Some predictions. I wanna go to recap the week as well. And there is one topic that I want to talk about you to bind it together with the previous sessions as well. So let's start it. Today, like I said, recap, plan for the next week, and then we're gonna talk about the invalidations of the levels. By that means I mean the swings and as well the daily timings levels from the AI charting tools. And I want to go as well by some alts, but I got message a lot of lately about them asking what to do, where to do, and how to look at them, or maybe even trade. So then I'm gonna have a look on that one as well. Anyway, let's start. Not much change. It's the same boring downward sideways movement and slowly grounding to the downside, right? So there's not much change about that. So far, what we know is that we have a liquidity pocket over here, and the only thing what's really holding us for now is the 94 and the 90 level. Those are still the 4-hour long swings that are holding the price action. Till now, it's still sideways and down movement. Even we lost the daily. I will come back to that one. Let's go on the high time frame. Let's have a look how that looks like. Monthly, it starts to look a little bit more on the downside. When we go closer to the yearly, somewhere around here, I can even have a look, just to make more sense. So when we're gonna start come closer to the yearly and start closing below that, mm, I mean, you already know what's gonna happen by now. We will have some continuation to the downside. Yeah, of course, there will be some pullbacks, there will be some liquidity grabbing and some bearish backtesting on the way up. Definitely, it always is, but still, the continuation to the downside continues, right? That's on the monthly. On the weekly, we are kind of undecided, but still, it doesn't show you and doesn't give you any kind of vibe and indication for the upside, right? Right now. Or if is there is someone who will say like, yeah, this gives me a good indication to long it. I don't think so. I mean, if you're gonna do that, then be my guest, but don't come and cry about it. That didn't work out. For now, you don't have any proof and any kind of way to say like, yeah, there is something to do it on a high time frame. It's still undecided, and we're gonna see how today gonna close it. And we have still 6 hours to go for it. A lot can happen in 6 hours, believe me. So for now, literally, I don't even bother about the 94.4. I really want to see any kind of close above the yearly or below. Still, when we're gonna close above the yearly, that doesn't mean that we not might go lower, right? It's just the third weekly candle is bearish closed. So by that means we still can continue, or we will have any kind of pullback to the mid range and then continue. Still can happen because then eventually when we're gonna be closer to the yearly, you still bearish and close on previous swings. Doesn't mean that you need to lose the yearly or not. So still, hi RMB, good that you are here. Happy to see. So yeah, still waiting game. Daily, that one looks horrible. And by just seeing what's happened like a couple days ago, it doesn't give me any kind of strength for the upside. If so, there should be already been any kind of push, any kind of grind to the upside, any kind of even then gaining anything above it. So yeah, so far it's that volume and just grinding to the downside, in my opinion. Um, Daily wise, it's not much to say. We actually test everything to the downside on the daily, so be careful with that as well with any kind of bigger moves, because the only thing what really holding the whole structure yet is 87, and that's the last resort. Losing this, that's where we go. So that's on the daily. 4 hour is a little bit different because you still have a little bit more structure and a bit more of body close on the wicks. So there is a little bit more strength in it, but on the daily side, so that's the lowest what you can go. Like I said, we still know we will have some liquidity to grab over here, and then we will see what kind of close it's gonna be, what kind of bounce, and how the structure is gonna look like in beginning of the week. So that's one thing. Now I want to show you something what I did in the weekend with a couple of the trades that I took. The first and the most important one, the one that I fucked up big time. Like I always said, from already a week, I guess, I've been in the Bitcoin short from, I guess, it was from here I entered on the second leg. Not all of it got taken, but still. I had a really good short on that one. I didn't add to this one because it didn't reach my priority level when I was interested into it to add to the short one. So I didn't add to that one. I took some profits, of course, and then I started to add up on those small legs up because the strength wasn't there. So I assumed like, okay, we're not gonna go higher than that. So what happened today? And just to be honest, before I had even my coffee today, I decided like, let's take some profit. Just because I didn't do it in like a couple days already, so let's organize my stuff, my longs, or I mean my shorts and all of the trades. So let's take some profits. I did, yes, I did take some profit, but unfortunately, and that's why I said before I got my coffee, I'm never gonna do that again. I fat finger it and close my whole position. So I'm out from BTC short. I took the profit, but a little bit on the extremely position. So yeah, everything what's gonna happen now is without me. At least I took some profit, right? Like Stu it says to me today. But yeah, it was a big ass position. I was building it, and unfortunately, it's done. So yeah, it's a fuck up. I'm not gonna do it again, I guess. I'm gonna remind myself, but it is what it is. It happens. Nothing bad. I didn't lose money, but I thought it's gonna be funny to share it because I was pissed that I took profit big ass as well. But anyway, it happened, right? To the best of us. So that was the one what I did. Then I was scalping into the weekend. I was for plan to have a short on hype, but it didn't get to my level. I was waiting for 1 hour higher loss, higher swing. Ah, there you go, Ghost. So I'm not the only one. Yeah, any profit is win profit. That's true. Fake fingering. Yeah, it's horrible sometimes, but yeah, it is what it is. Maybe I need some sleep as well, a little bit longer than a nap, but it is what it is. So, I was for plan to short hype. Now, unfortunately, it wasn't that strong to come to the 1 hour high swing because that was for my plan to take it somewhere over here, but yeah, the strength wasn't there enough and it didn't reach it. So that position is still open. I'm gonna see how low we're gonna go right now, and if we're gonna have any kind of bounce, then maybe I'm gonna consider to take it. But let's see. The next one, I had, I guess, one of the perfect positions in injective since long time already. Because I took this one. I had one more, a little bit above. I was planned to ladder into it, but unfortunately, it took only that in this position. And it was on 4 hour I had it. Yeah, that was my reasoning. 4 hour higher loss. We closed a little bit above, but still, that's not a big deal. And look at that. Like already said, 50%. I took profit and still position is running. So that one was saved. I didn't fucked up this one. So I want to add up something to injective. Injective is one of the weird one actually. It's one of the best performing coins qua movements because there is not any kind of single reason that injective is going like wick you out or give you like fake outs of anything to take a trade. Those are like most smallest one wicks what you can see on the charts on 4 hour when I'm talking about right now for the swings, and they are like always hitting the spot perfectly. So injective is, I guess, one of the easiest to trade. So that's why I said it's one perfect swing as well. But what I want to add up to it, injective makes as well like confusing movements because, for example, over here you had the body close below this swing. So this was your lower low eventually, technically on the bodies, and then you create a new swing that's above the previous swing, that's right, and then you came back and you start closing above the previous bodies, right? If you can see, it's up, close above it. And then you start going up and you close as well above the previous swing on the top swing. So it makes you a little bit confused that you might go even over higher and do more stuff on the higher time frame. But still, yeah, it was a little bit fake out moves. Doesn't happen often, but it's weird to see it twice in a row. Anyway, still good position, and like I said, I didn't hesitate any second about it. Like 3.2. I mean, that stop loss is already. Oh no, that one is already a break even. I have it somewhere, I guess, on previous daily already. So yeah, and let's see. Still 50% of the trade still in it. So let's see how that's gonna go. So that's one of the trades when I'm in. Of course, my big ass XRP short. I was for plan to add to the short, but like as well on the hype, it didn't reach my interest points of interest on 1 hour high of the swing. So yeah, unfortunately, position is still here. It's gonna be still open. Let's see. I'm thinking we're gonna go even lower on that one, but I mean even lower for sure to 2.28, just because that was the previous swing, and see if we're gonna break that one or not. So yeah, still running. I have, I guess, 20% or 25% on it. I don't remember anymore. I didn't look at it even. So yeah, that one is still running. And now we're coming to our biggest money printer ever, our lovely Trump coin. And I did short the shit out of it because I was really paying attention on that one because I missed my two shorts. This one didn't reach this previous swing and this didn't reach previous swing as well. So I was waiting for it to come back to it. And yeah, it did. Even perfect on it. And I needed to do some weight TA on it because the it's not perfect on the body. It's more the wick what you have. So I assumed like, okay, so I'm gonna take 1 hour low of the swing, and that's the wick only. And then the top, of course, is the 4 hour or 1 hour. It doesn't matter, but it's not gonna go there for me because that was my validation point. That was my stop loss 2.6, and it came to the dot. And of course, right now I'm already 50% out of the trade, and let's see how deep we're gonna drive in. I'm hoping we're gonna break the structure to the downside, so we go even lower, but let's see. Let's see. It does look like we might have some turning points or whatever. So yeah, those are my scalps, my longs, my shorts, and the longs when I'm already like the biggest time in it. That's not important for now. Yeah, I'm really sour and salty and pissed about my BTC, but this is what it is. We need to start building up a new one, new position. To the downside, I mean, right? But that's gonna maybe next week. Let's see how that's gonna play out. So yeah, so far so good. That's my weekend shorting, scalping, and turning into the short, to the long-term short. So yeah, let's see how far we're gonna go with it. Back to the lesson. So what do we do? Oops, that's a little bit too much, I guess, right? Now we're gonna go to the important stuff, the invalidation of the levels. Let me have a sip. So far, we had already three streams about the basics of the trading, and I guess, I hope it's everything clean and understandable, and the levels are speaking by themselves, right? Right now, we are coming a little bit into the gray area. And it's weird actually, because you can fill up for yourself how you want to approach this stuff. In validation of the swings, it's quite a little bit as well up to you how you want to see it. Why? Because some people speaking about like when the level gonna be broken by the wick, for example, like this over here, then this level is not anymore validated, right? That's true as well. But on the other hand, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dodges on that one still, and we still trading above it, right? So by mean that it's a little bit of gray area, you really need to fill up for yourself like first thing first, how simple you want to trade it. So how many lines do you want on your chart? How busy you want it to look like, and if it's still overview by you or not. So if you don't get like too crowdy. That's one thing. I know it's not literally like TA, but it's still a point of view of your charts. And on the other hand, you really want to see if the level is still important, yes or no. By that mean, so for example, like this, and this is your lowest level what you okay expect this one. This is the lowest level what you can go. Like I said, you see that we wick to it, but we never close below it. And even we close below, it still can be a little bit more important level for later on. Okay, what by that what I mean, sometimes you have as well mid-level. We are now on the daily, and we know that this level is our daily mid-level, right? So we've been trading above it, below it, through it, and we went like zigzag through, right? And it's still valid level because it's your middle point. So even when you close above or below it, still can be important. only that's change when we're gonna do something, for example, like this. This was as well part of the swing, right, for this up movement. But eventually, we've been trading below it, and that's you cannot say it's mid of the mid. That doesn't make much sense in my head. But the thing is, this level it's not valid anymore because it's not important as much as I will look for it. The importancy comes in like what's the low and the high. So for example, this is your high, and you can argue with me that this level it's not valid anymore because we had a sneaky close. Still, it is valid because we didn't even close above it, and we didn't. I mean, not close, but we didn't trade above it. So we came back into the range. So this keeps your range inside, and this keeps your range inside, and this keeps your range in the middle. For example, this level can be a little bit specific as well. You can say, you can argue that this is invalid because we've been already trading over it. But so far, we still came back to it, and technically we was failing it, right? You can argue with it. So that's why I want to say like it's a little bit as well up to you how far you want to go with it. For example, what I'm doing with my trading, and I prepared it already a little bit in advance, not just not to go all over it. I'm looking for the levels what are important. So this one is important because I want to see if we're gonna go again to it, and if we're gonna go again to it, like we still have chance we're gonna bounce from it. So this is my as well like lowest of the range. So it is important. This one is important, and this one is important. Then I'm gonna sift through it like which one I want to hold and which one did good. Of course, the middle is gonna be my go-to-go level. So that one it will go the low of that one, that's on a 4 hour, I assumed. Or that one, it doesn't matter which one of those two. You can just say like, okay, the body closed underneath that one, so I'm gonna make that go away. And what you do, most of the times what I do, you know that I have something like that in my static. Like you have the 4 hour high swing and low of the swing, right? So it depends which one you use, which one it is. Sometimes what I do when I want to keep the level, just because this is on a high time frame, and when you go, for example, like let's say I switch all of my levels, right? You have all of this on your chart. If you like it or not, it's up to you. And you go to 50 minutes, right? And you see this, and then you see like shit. But is this the right level, or it was just like a level what is important, but it's been broken? You don't know that anymore because you are on lower time level, right? To make more simple for yourself and understand that this level, for example, been already broken and it's not that important, but I want to keep it just for me for later reference or whatever, or just because I want to see if this one's gonna be break again. What I do is just this means reference. That means that this one has been already broken. It did this thing, but I want you to keep it for reference for a later time frame or when I'm gonna trade or see what's gonna happen later on in the trading. So that's how I keep track on and separate them actually from the real levels that holding price and swings and gaining and everything from the ones that are been already broken and are completed and invalid already. So that's what I'm doing. And just to make you a little bit more, I know it's a lot. I know. Let me just clean this up for you guys. This one switched off. This one go away, go away. So eventually you end up with the levels what are actually important, and then what you see over here, I keep one for you open and as well over here. The top, the high of the swing of this 4 hour, technically we've been there. So what I will need to do is have this level and the low is still intact because we didn't even reach it, right? So that then I know like when we go to the downside and we start to break things, we will not stop over here. we will go lower, test this level. And same with actually this level, this bin that actually this is 4 hour, I keep it 4 hour, but it's on 1 hour, but it doesn't matter from my point of view. This is as well a reference level, and technically the low of this one as well, it's a little bit invalid because we've been already so many times, so it's not gonna hold anymore. And how often you go to the level, how often you touch it, how often you start to break it, how weaker it gets, right? So eventually on the next move, we just can blast through it and get over it, right? I always, most of the times, I keep the levels from the previous ranges and the previous movement. Why? Because they still will be important in the future. And by that means on the way back. And yeah, it always happens. So don't be that guy to say that no, we're not never gonna short it, we're never gonna go lower than that. Believe me, we do, and we will. So like for example, around this level 70, 77, and 73, when we go down and we're gonna start break below the 68, then those swings are your next go swings. That's why it's important. Reference where we could go first. Just a point of view to create for yourself. That's quite important as well, like to know where we go instead of gambling and like panicking because we are here and we go to the zero. No, we still have levels to gain, to fail, and to test on the way back. So that's always gonna happen. Eventually, on the way up over here as well, we have swing levels created. So though this is a swing level, this is a swing level, and this well as well. So we're not gonna blast through it that quickly. But yeah, those are really important to keep an eye on, and that's why we use the object tree just to make sure that you can separate them, old and new ones. So for example, this your new range. So you are technically right now here trading. So keep one 4 and 1 hour swing level object tree as a new one. You set new. So this is gonna be, and the old ones that are like below, you just separate them, create a new group, and you can switch them off. They're never gonna be in your view or on your chart until you're gonna unsee it or unclick it or how you wanna call it. So yeah, that's kind of is my point of view of invalid levels. That's a little bit different than the time levels, as in opens and from the daily and weekly and the monthly. Those are a little bit different because when once you've been there, you test it, you fail it, it's done most of the times. So that's a little bit different. Those are set levels of the structure. So, do you have any questions about it so far? And by the way, yes, I recorded it. And guys, if you want to prepare any kind of alt for later on, then be my guest. Throw it. Hit me with it. So that's why I say it's a little bit gray area. You really need to fill up for yourself, like, okay, how far do you want to go with the levels? Because, for example, you can be a little bit crazy as me and and have something like that, and I add more. Oh yeah, like that, right? That's quite a lot, and this is not even updated. So yeah, it says already enough that they are important because like a history of the chart, it will never disappear. They are always there. They always stay there. So as well your levels, they always gonna be there as the most important one. Yeah, it is most of the times. Like good question, Orca. It's correlating as well most of the times with the liquidity. So for example, over here, yeah, it sucks because I cannot separate the colors, right? Yeah, I can maybe switch them out, but for example, the high of your range, it's collecting already the biggest liquidity over here, right? You see the 100x and 50x's are a little bit 3, 4 lines over here. You mid as well, and you lows, and then in between, of course, right? So most of the times, yeah, it is correlated. On a high time frame, now you're gonna see not much difference on this indicator, but we are coming with the update for the liquidations as well. So you're gonna see more and more accurate and more updated lines, even on the high time frame. So those ones gonna be as well accurate on it. But yeah, you do see, and I mean, especially right now, like if you see even in this range, right, when we bounce from it, this is all what you left behind. Yeah, there is a gap, of course, but there is on the lower time frame fill ups for it, but this is just the high time frame. So they are accurate. Yeah. And most of the times they play out very well with the liquidity. So for example, right now, when you look at this level, now we're going for the 150x and where they are around the high of the swing. Lows not that much because then you grab already the biggest one. So this is the low. So you might not even get there so far, but eventually, yeah, coming back to the mid, you grab those, you test the mid because on the mid one, I don't know if you can see. If I do something like that, remove that one. See, it's exact on the mid one is the 100x. See? And then of course on the way back, up and then over here as well. So yeah, yeah, they're coming almost nice together. Yeah. And then you actually when you gonna play around with liquidations indicators much more, you will see the pattern in it. So what does that mean? How lower you go to the areas where you don't have any liquidity, you start bouncing off, and what's gonna happen? They're gonna appear because they're gonna the most of the things what they do, they're filling the blanks as well. So like over here, you have dead zones area, so they are not filled. So that's gonna be a little bit hard to go past them, right? But for example, tomorrow on the new day, especially in the week, when today around in 6, 5 hours going to be a new daily open, you will see that they appear a bit more. So they start to fill up the gaps. There's always like there's an automated system and bots every single day. They fill up liquidity on every kind of exchange. So they appear over here. That's why I always like to sit down and watch the daily open and see how they fill up. But yeah, they quite appear with the swings level. Yeah, and it works perfectly together. And like that, you can even see like where we go. You know, that's why I say that over here we have like a pocket liquidity. So what we're gonna do is maybe create a high, test the mid again, because you're gonna take out the 150 x's. So yeah, good one, Orca. But have a look on the liquidations. It's quite good, especially to see on the dailies how they appear and how they work. For example, I like to see it over here much better. I know a lot of colors. Sorry. So that over here we had I don't know. I think there was here was daily open. Let's say that this was the daily open. Let's make it a little bit different color. And you saw that this appeared and the one what we just go for appears straight ahead, above and underneath us. So yeah, and I know how that looked like. I know. That's why it's gone. And over here you can see as well, well, funny that we get to see this actually. This is the most dead money flow what you can see in the market. Actually, it didn't do nothing in 3 days. It just sideways. Same place, same area. So yeah, maybe tomorrow or just like overnight we're gonna see some movement in it, but so far it doesn't look like we go even higher. That's this. We've been here. So yeah, that's I guess everything about the levels. And if you are not sure, for example, if when you play, you are like, put them together, you plot them, and you are not sure about any kind of level, you can always like ask about it, like or DM us or just in the chat or whatever, just like for a double check, if you are doing it right. Then you are sure about yourself and you confirm to yourself like, all right, yeah, those are good, those are fine. Yeah, that's how it should be. You need to get the confirmation because if you don't gonna get it, like you could do it very good from beginning, but still, if you're gonna miss one level and you're gonna trade from it, yeah, it can really, not really fucked up, but it can mess up your trade very badly as well. So make sure you do them right. So that's why I ask about them a lot of everybody or who you want, who you like, or who's your mentor. So yeah, most of the people, I guess, they have a good hang of it. And even if not, then you can always ask me. So yeah, that's invalidation level, swing levels, invalidation. Yeah, that's all about it. What I wanna talk in this session for now. I want to go through some alts. A couple of people I was asking about them in my they were sliding in my DMs. Which for me got answered, thanks. Ah, there you go. Awesome. Happy to help. Cool. I like that. Happy, happy, happy. Everybody happy. Mm, 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 mm. Took a short Tron. Print of the 300 BX. Hoping for about 3%. We'll see. Nice, nice. Look at you. 3 hours. That's quite a swing. Good one. That's some tight PA. Yeah, you know me, Sam. Not only a sniper. Okay, so I had some questions about some alts. Let's go through them. Everything what I'm going to talk right now, it's about leverage. Spot, I mean, just to be honest, on most of the coins we are like quite low. It actually doesn't matter anymore. Just buy whatever level you want and it will eventually will be more than fine. It will accumulate it. It's not that we're gonna go 200x down. Anniversary today, so you will be correct. Oh boy, congratulations on your anniversary today. Nice, man. And you are spending with us on stream? Boy, you need to go to your wife and do some things. Some breakfast in bed, right? Marriage wreck today after today. You shouldn't be here, Orca. You should do some better things, not spending it with us. So yeah, alts. Like I said, sport, man, seriously, it doesn't matter. You just buy sport whatever you want, and it all will be fine right now. We are that low, and okay, just to be more than honest with you, please, I'm not gonna try to teach you something, but make sure you don't use the words bottom or top, because bottom is literally zero. That's the bottom from the barrel, right? Let's be honest with each other. This is the bottom. The top is sky. Sky is the top. Doesn't matter how high it goes. So don't try not to get inside your head with any kind of information from any kind of portals that we are bottoming or we are on the bottom, we need to go up. No, bottom is zero, first thing first, right? We still, literally on every single coin, we still can go lower and be fine. Even if it's 40%, even if it's 60%, it doesn't matter. Till you're not gonna hit zero, you're still fine. Okay, so don't get too confident that something is bottoming out or whatever. If you're gonna see any price action that shows you that, for example, you're gonna see something like that, then yeah, you might say we are turning around and this was the bottom. But that's already when you're gonna be somewhere over here, right? Right now, you don't know if this is the bottom or we're gonna go 40% down. Because start thinking this is the bottom, and we do some nasty thing like nasty, some normal PA, let's say, like this, and you are down quite significant amount, then that's painful because you thought this was the bottom, right? But you don't have the confirmation that's the bottom, and you're never gonna have it till we're gonna be somewhere above it again. So please don't even say that something is bottoming or it's the top or whatever, because you cannot predict it with any, nobody can do that, right? Let's say bottom is zero, top is sky's the limit, whatever. So spot, just buy the hell out of it every single level. Just mark the levels for yourself, whatever you want to buy, like DCA, do something like crazy things with it, like something like that, and eventually we'll be fine. It's spot. I mean, come on, it's not a big deal. It's not that we are somewhere over here and you try to find good spot area. Then I would say like, yeah, okay, wait for some more area to be confirmed because we are quite high right now. Yes, but over here, I mean, come on, all of the coins are already like quite low in the price, so it's cheap. Let's say like that, it's cheap to buy, right? So that's the most important thing. Okay, but get to the point. Um, Leverage. Some people ask me like, okay, I want to long some coins or whatever. And that's about specific longs because I was scared. I had some conversation on DMs that people are trying to long in the falling knife or however you want to call it. So please stop doing that. Literally. Don't it's there is no point of catching the knife. Literally. I don't think we're gonna be like able enough to say that on any kind of streams or any kind of movements because they people are saying to me like, yeah, but look, that buy back on that wick. I could buy the bottom. Yeah, but how the fuck did you know that? You don't. You don't know if it could go lower or deeper on you. You don't know. Give you area some confirmation as well. Don't be the person like, yeah, but I want to have the best price or I want to be the most percentage or whatever. That doesn't give a shit. Nobody cares about it. Believe me. The only thing what people care about is that you make profit, and that's all. You are not walking around and spreading like, yeah, I bought, what was it, Atom on 3.7 and I'm longing it and I'm already like 200% in the short on 200x. Fucking hell, please stop. That's only bullshit what's happening on X. And that's not even real bullshit. So believe me, don't. Just don't do it. Make it easy for yourself and as calm as possible. And how do you do it? Most of the times, just go on 1 hour those kind of coins and look at it. Does this look like you want to long it right now? Okay, let's say without this gonna be too easy, without the AI charting tool. Right now, I will not even long it. Why? I want the confirmation. So for now, what you did is easy. This was your low, this was your previous high, this was your high, but there was your previous high. We broke from it, so that's already a good sign, right? We broke from it, from this previous high, and now you're gonna create some higher low. So somewhere over here, you could say when you're gonna see some gains from the levels, so for example this one or even this one, then you can say like, yeah, I can long it, but please do it with reasonable leverage, and don't you even dare go more than, I would say, to start with it, not even higher than 5x, just to be sure. You later on you still can make your positions bigger. Don't you worry about that. But just for a start, because we still are in the downtrend, right? So you don't have any kind of confirmation. Even if we gain this level, you still can do this. So what's the point to go 100x over here? It's going against you, right? So then what you do is just wait, take a small position, you see how that's gonna react. You're gonna make another high. For example, you're gonna gain this, right? You have continuation, you're gonna have a pullback, you're gonna test the previous range. Then I'm gonna say like, shit, okay, you can add a little bit more to it, take some profits over here, add a little bit more, increase by 1 or 2% your leverage, and continue. Write it down, like have fun with it. Then it's good. Right now, you wait. That's the most important thing in trading. Patient. Trade will come to you. Set the levels. Be patient. Be alert yourself. Set some alerts on it, or make sure you follow your rules of lows, of highs, and gains and failures. Structure. That's the most important thing. The trades will come eventually. Like I said, like I spent like TA the shit out of this and like looking at it like, all right, this feels really good. I'm gonna put my levels over here. This is my validation. So far, so good, right? And man, I can sleep like a baby with this trade open. I don't care. This one was even perfect, right? That's all about the planning. It's half work. When you plan it out, man, the rest is easy peasy. It's no stress and no necessary to rush anything. So yeah, that's on Atom. If you want to have it like on the higher time frame, a little bit more, then eventually, yes, that's the most important. You will need to gain your range, do some things, and see if you even gonna make a high previous swing. You will come back, so don't rush it. You will eventually come back, and then you will see some turnage in your trend. That's what you're looking for. Nothing else. Don't stress it. Trailing stops on your spot bags. Spot bags. No, if you buy spot, you don't need any trailing stop because it's spot. You just add to the spot, right? So if you go down, and if the coin are really on the kind of the line that they are or dead or like on the last breath, then you maybe consider to cut the losses on it. But trailing stop on it, trailing stop you're using on leverage. It's not only on spot. I mean, I never heard someone who was using on the spot. And trailing stops I use on the bots. That yes, I use them on the bots, but not on the leverage. No, on the leverage, like I said, I have set rules. I will never go against my rules. This is my stop. 2.6. I mean, okay, it's a weird number, but I want it like a little bit above the previous swing, just to have some room to run, and that's all. If it hits my stop, it hits my stop. Done. I'm out of the trade because it's leverage. I am on leverage over here. So no, I will never use trailing stop on leverage because what trailing stop helps you to do is not for you, but it's for exchanges to take more money from you because it puts you trailing stop actually or above because when you're gonna trend a little bit above, so it's gonna follow it and it's follow it to the downside. I mean, it could stop you out very quickly, very quickly. So you need to remember as well. Uh, for example, with some of the alts, they can do something like that, right? And then go one more time and then go down. So when you're gonna go be somewhere here and your trailing stop is somewhere here, it's gonna stop you out before you're gonna have the move. I never use them. So that's my thing. Like this is my stop loss. Not always 2.6, but just like I want to have it be above the previous high, right? And for example, if it's going to be a bit bigger swing, so then I set my rules like, okay, I want to have first take profit over here, second here, and the third over here. And by the first take profit, if this one is going to be taken, I put my stop loss in break even. Done. That's all what you do. No, I am in the waiting for your wife to get ready moment. Our married men understand this waiting period before going out for dinner. Have a good. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. So that's gonna take some couple hours. Yeah. When you when you're gonna wait for your wife to get ready before dinner. Yeah. Then I understand that you are on the stream, enjoying, chilling, waiting. No worries, man. See ya. Have fun. Have a good dinner, mate. Enjoy. Enjoy the marriage. Stop Hans. Yeah, stop Hans. Yeah, exactly. Crazy volatile without the leverage market will be look more like Forex. Yeah, exactly. That as Forex. Yeah. She just want to be beautiful for you. Yeah, that's true. And sometimes it takes a bit of time to do that, but yeah, they do all about it us. Yeah, definitely not for themselves, huh? So yeah, that's Atom. Then I have Fed as well. And I mean, that's gonna be all of the altcoins gonna be all the same. It's the same movement, same area, same hold areas, same. Everything is same almost. Maybe the movement are a little bit different, but the candle formation and the volume is all the same. So like I said, you low, and this one eventually didn't gain anything. Nope, you didn't gain previous high. Still, you went above it, so you create your higher low, and eventually what you're gonna do now, just wait if you're gonna hold this area. If not, you're gonna break out, go lower, and then you can take a small long because you're gonna see some pullback on it and see if you can gain it. And then there you have it, another continuation maybe of the move, but that's all. So all of the alts are actually exactly the same, and some of them are a little bit different on this movement. So I would like to see to gain this area, this swing, for any kind of continuation to the upside and changing the trend in them. Exact the same, render, nothing special. Still, even eyeballing it didn't. Yeah, sneaky close. So yeah, it's still higher low. Didn't gain previous swing. Continuation to the downside it is. And like I said, same area, this same swing need to be gained to have any kind of change in your structure and upside. Most talk about coin, Griffane, it's the same thing. So that one, it's a little bit sketchy and trappy as well. Why? Griffane have really good percentage movements, but chart-wise still can look shit. So for example, this move from this bottom to this top is 20% or 25%. So when you look and you watch this and you see 25%, you see, oh shit, we are pumping. No, we don't. See, that's as well like a little bit not manipulation, but it can uh, have an influence on your thinking of longing it or whatever. But still, we didn't do shit on the chart. So what that means, we fail to gain any high. This was your high, this was your close, this was your higher low, lower low, and continuation further till we're gonna start gaining anything. Now you need to gain this, then make a high from this point, and for any kind of upside continuation, this is your level what you want to watch for and gain anything from it. So yeah, still all the same. And like I said, like I know lately we have a little bit like separation in the team on the Discord, who is on whose team. It doesn't actually matter. It matters what the chart says. Right now, show me any kind of chart, literally, show me any kind of chart who says we're going to the upside straight. Show me any kind of chart. I dare you. I can even give you a homework. I don't care. I dare you to do it because there isn't any. even if you see green numbers, even there are like a percentage very high on some of the charts, there isn't any chart who gives you any kind of confirmation to go higher. Yeah, I know what you want to say. I know you're gonna use my own trick against me, what I said to Stu as well. Wait, which one was it? I guess it was Trump, right? Yeah. I said to him like, yeah, invite the chart. But still, fuck me, that looks wreck to go to the downside, right? Yeah, you're gonna use my own trick. What's that? Order? Order on the weekly. Does that look like we're going to the upside then, mate? JB. Let me have a look on that one. Order. Oh, there is. Okay. Crypto cap. Gee, there is not even an exchange for it. Anyway, nope, wrecked. See? Nope, wrecked. Boy, even on a weekly, even on a monthly, don't care. Don't care about it. Okay, you might found one, but there is only. Oh no, sorry, not even. Whoops. Shit, looks rough. Yeah. Still, does it look like we go higher, or you're gonna test first, make do the bearish back test? Still, till you're not gonna gain your previous swing, there is nothing to say about going upwards. Nothing. You still need to do it. You still need to break it, do it, come back, and then continue. Oh yeah, sometimes they go fucking ballistic and pump through it, but even then, there is now. Are you gonna jump the gun right now? No. And I mean, I think you all know that this bullshit coin, it's kept alive, artificial, right? It's not by people, by retail, by any kind of whales. It's artificial kept alive, right? You understand that this price action doesn't make any kind of fucking sense at all on this BS point coin. And that's why we never trade that. Oh. So yeah, there isn't any kind of view of going to the upside now. Till you're not gonna gain anything, and that's why I said like it doesn't matter. Like I started the conversation as well. Like there are over here they are creating already two camps in the Discord, and how funny it starts is getting a little bit annoyed because you have camp team A wants this and team B wants this. So be wise and find something about it. You know, both of them are right, definitely, both of them. But still, be realistic. And right now, on the logically side, and to be realistic, actually, it doesn't look like till we're not gonna gain anything. Like, look how this daily looks like. This price action. Does this looks healthy? Good? Not really, right? It's shit. It's shit. Why? It's dead. Look the buybacks. Look the in this hide it. There is no volume. There is nothing on it. There's no pressure. There is nothing. People are scared. People are fucking confused even. Like I said, we are in middling. Look, like I said over here, like I know the emotions of people when we are middling. Confusion, right? Look what market makers doing. They are confused as well. They don't know shit when they go, when they get pushed around. Because you need to understand, on Bitcoin, you have couple big ass whales market makers who only pushing the price action where they want, and everything in between are the smaller market makers who filling the gaps and the blanks for them. So there you go. So far, like now, you can do something like that, right? And then go up. But still, we need to have any kind of structure formation first to do something. And to be, I want to show you something else, but I found actually a little bit similar. It's not that the structure and the mark it's copying himself from the past, but it rhymes, right? You always hear us telling you that it rhymes. So what I found quite interesting to see that I have a feeling we're gonna do something like this again. So let's say this price action. And why? Because I already copied it. I took the bars pattern from this price action. And how does that look like, guys? Is that something that you say like, yeah, okay, maybe not this because I was Trump, but even then, I mean the highs and the lows more, not specific the candles formation, but the highs and the lows. Look at those ones. It's something that it could happen because eventually we don't need to go exact to 70 or 75 or whatever, just close enough to scare everyone, right? Like like we did here, right? Close enough to scare people, and we really was hoping to go lower because from here there was the area where we was expecting to go. Look where we end up. Could happen, right? So yeah, let's see. I'm gonna keep it over here. Keep trying to get but push down. What percent of the time do you time do those long wicks down on any coin are the low of the wick? Wait, what? What percent of the time do those long wicks down? What do you mean by that? What percent of the time do those long wicks down on any coin are the low of the wick rel? I don't get your question actually. On the alts, you mean what I just show? Those ones, the buybacks, you mean? If they are revisit. I mean, by revisiting, you mean like testing the low of them or just filling the wick? Um, it depends. Use the history of that chart of that coin. Use it. Like go back and just see how that coin behaved. Like look what we did over here, right? And what we doing over here. Like look those pattern. Maybe they are not exact the same, but still, we still came lower than the wick, right? As well, as well, as well, as well. Over here as well, we still came lower or even over here higher than the wick. So yeah, some of the coins they are filling the wicks, some of them leave them behind. Like it that depends. It's not really like set rule for it. It's not something like we go by. It's just what you want. Think about it. This is your low, this is your high, and then from there you need to form any kind of structure. So eventually, when you go, for example, 1 hour, let's say, and still it's valid because it is. It is your structure. So this is your high, this is your low, and this is your lower high, right? So what you do, I mean, follows too, right? Where you're gonna end up? Some over here. This you end of the week, and this you may have a bounce to the upside. So yeah, there is a potential for it. because we didn't broke the structure, so we still holding the low, and this might play out for the range pattern, right? So yeah, most of the times it plays out, but it depends on the coin as well. It depends on the market maker. It depends on the movements. Depends. I mean, sometimes, I mean, even actually on the Bitcoin, we didn't expect to do that, and we still did it. And I guess it was somewhere, yeah, it was somewhere here, I guess. I don't remember that big ass wick. One of those ones. We didn't expect to fill them, and what we did, well, we create even another one and another one. So yeah, it happens. I hope I answer a question about it. Sorry. So do you feel like we will take out the recent altcoins lows, or now I should say, but I was charting us. Okay, so the thing is, we spoke about it like last week as well. Let me take a sip. Um, okay, so not to scare anyone, right? It it's not something that I want to scare. I'm not Stu or whatever. I'm just telling you the facts. So, for example, imagine, right, from here to here, oh, from here to here, yes, we have 20% on Bitcoin to the downside, to not even to the lower part of the range, but kind of edge a little bit above, right? So you're gonna have 20%, okay? Remember that. So we still can do 20% on the Bitcoin move, and we're not gonna even break any kind of structure on it. We still in the upside move. We don't break. We are not even close of breaking anything, right? So for example, if you want to go to the bear market, you still need to break any structure to the downside, then confirm it by creating bearish backtest and then continuation. Then you go lower. And now pulling back to 70k around the age, or 77, 70, 80 even, doesn't matter. You more than high position to go to the upside because you're still holding the structure on it. That means we go on the alt, and most of them, you would say, let me delete this to make it more. You would say we are on the bottom, right? Okay, I know we don't gonna use that word anymore, but you would say like, yeah, we did already the move down, right? But when Bitcoin gonna do 20% more, we still have room to move to the downside without any killing anything, changing anything, and you still do the move to the downside. You still can continue. It's not even. I mean, it's nothing gonna happen. Technically in the market, it's nothing going to happen. Yeah, we're going to have a big move to the downside because for the alts 20% is harsh, and even speaking about 50, no one want to hear about it. But look what we did so far. So why would this be a big deal than what we did? This is a little bit too far. For example, over here we did already 70%, almost 80% to the downside, and we are worried about 50% now to the downside. Why? It's still a healthy move to buy more eventually, but nothing's changed in your structure. You're not gonna die, or the coin not gonna die till it's gonna reach the zero, right? And that's on most big. Look at this, even this one. So what we're gonna do on the Bitcoin 20%, and Fed is doing another 78, and you still holding the structure on it, right? It doesn't change anything. The mentality about it and thinking about going another 60% down, yeah, it's scary. It is, I know. It is scary. It looks scary. It feels scary. It's weird. And the whole market's gonna panic because people gonna fucking sell everything on the way down because we are dropping down. And still, we are coming back to the basics of the fucking basics of everything. You're holding the structure till you're gonna lose this. And another level what's important is something like about this over here. You don't have nothing to worry about it. And even because those are alts, even they do something like that on you, they go wick somewhere over here and then come back. How many times did that happen? That you went wicked to the downside? Look what here happened. Look how low we've been grinding to the downside. And we still, look what we did. This already, like, I mean, I don't know if we can stretch it enough to to say like how much the history is important in trading. Look what happened. We've been here to the low and we went higher. We've been here to the low, we've been higher. We've been here to the low and look what we did. Everything is already written. We're just gonna do it exact the same thing over and over and over again. But people forget, like Stu says as well, like perfect way. People forget what they did last week, right? And we still keep dumping, but we forget where we came from. This is area where we came from, and look what we did. So another leg, what matters? Nothing, not much, right? Still gonna be in the upward mode, and we're still gonna continue. Why? We did it several times on any kind of big ass coin. Look at this. Look how much room you still can run without any doing any big damage to the structure. You know, that's why we forgot. Like we still have room to run. This is not even the bottom. This is not bottom. This is not bottom. Zero is bottom, right? We still have room. So even if yeah, we're gonna have maybe that retracement on the Bitcoin for 20% or whatever. All's gonna do a little bit more. Yeah, so be it. It's part of the job. We are too high. We are over leveraged. We are oversold. We are way too good in a position to think about even going higher without anything taking away from liquidity, money, uh, coins, shake out of the market. That didn't even happen because right now, even on this is range. What we do, we are too comfortable in my position. In my opinion, sorry, about everything. So I'm waiting just for the shakeout. And yeah, sometimes the shakeout is to the upside straight and max pain. It is. It happens. I agree. But right now, everything is in a big ass range. And we still have room to run on any kind of coin. And even on Griffin, you still have room to run to the downside. It doesn't need to be like now we are dead or we are killing it or whatever. No, same here. Still have room to run, right? Even if you hold it. Same here. Look, this is my area where I'm waiting for links to come to. And right so far, it's only going to the downside because look at what's doing on the weekly. It's fucking broke the whole range already. And we did it. We did it before. We did it. We've been that low and we look what we did. That's why I said I can't stretch it enough to see and to look at the bigger picture is the most important thing because it takes out the um, feelings about anything and any kind of stupidity thoughts from the news, from X or whoever is gonna tell you anything. Because I don't understand why people are selling and telling to each other like this is the bottom. Like how the fuck do they know that? Like, if you're a market maker, you maybe say like, yeah, we're not gonna push it more to the bottom. Then yeah, you can say like that's the bottom. But if you're not, then I'm sorry, but you don't know. We don't know. No one knows. So yeah, there is still room to go to the downside, always, and there's always gonna be. shake, to work some things out or whatever. But we always came back from it. It doesn't matter what happened. Look how low we went here, $9. And look what you did. So yeah, think about it like a cheaper price. Sell off. And I'm not worried. I mean, yeah, I have bags. Everybody has spots. But if you are like manage them well and you didn't buy anything on the fucking top, then it's all good. So yes, you did. Then I mean, wait for it, yeah. White knuckle it, and you're all gonna be good eventually. Because we're not gonna go to zero. Don't forget about that. Bitcoin is never gonna go to zero. The lowest what we can go is around, I guess it was somewhere here. And yeah, we might gonna wick it to 20K, but that's all. So no big deal. No stress, please. Don't forget about it. Like that's why I put this all together. It's to give you like a bit more relaxed feeling in the crypto and in the market and in trading, but as well to clear your mind a little bit more about everything what's going on. Because I seriously, I'm okay, and no, I'm not following anyone, but I'm on the same boat as Stu. I don't give a shit what's happened on the outside of the charts. Literally, yeah, I'm looking at them. Sometimes we do the watch parties or whatever, but that's just for fun for me. But I don't give a shit, really. I'm never gonna trade or put a trade in it here because Trump's gonna say something. No, please. This is the most important what you want to see. This. Follow it. If you follow the rules, if you follow the structure, and if you follow the market and the price of it, it's all good. Just trade the shit out of it. If it's up or down, doesn't matter. And you're not gonna be like scared or like be, oh yeah, we got 20% down. Yeah, fucking put the short on it, go 20% down. So eventually, that's why I fucked up my short from here, right? Because that was the point, to keep it as long as possible. Because eventually what it does is you hedge it, right? Any kind of spot what you have and the prices go to the downside and you have a short, that's my hedge. It doesn't matter anymore what my spot does because my short is covering it. But yeah, I fucked up. Anyway, you still can do it. I mean, you still it's possible if you're gonna have a good price action and good um, interest point to do it. But still, do you understand what we try to say, what we try to give you? You have always two ways to trade. Three actually, if you count spot with it, right? You have spot, you have a long and short. So when you buy spot, fine, go long on it as well, and you're gonna be making double that money. Prices go against you, try to catch a short. That's all. And you don't need to worry about anything, right? I'm gonna catch up on the chat for a second and then I'm gonna end up my recording for today and we're gonna carry on a little bit longer in the stream area for the next one who's gonna have event. Oh, that's Mern, by the way. Yeah, cool. Solved assignment. Keep it moving. Stay average. Apparently, your input use fat as an example. How could I play out if you are wrong? If you're wrong, and what would you do if you were trading? If I were completely out when? Okay, use that as an example, right? Okay. If you are wrong, if I am wrong, or how do you know if you are wrong? That's why I said, like, okay, use the chart. Let the chart tell you what's gonna happen, right? So, for example, you plan it. You need to plan it. You don't go blindly on anything, right? You don't buy anything blindly. You don't buy a car blindly as well. You need to drive in it, for example, test drive it to have a feeling about it, right? So that's what you do here as well. Plan the whole trip. Plan it. Don't buy wife. That's what I said. This is your low for now. This is your middle, and this is your high. Where are we? We are right now. We are just I mean, this could be a nice short, actually, scalp or whatever how you want to call it. But then just wait. Wait that price action is come to you. Right now you see, okay, we're facing to the downside. Let's see. I want to see if, for example, this area it's get validated or it's gonna gain. So by that means you're gonna do something like that. You come to the area, by gaining it means you're gonna do something like that, and then you have the continuation, right? By failing it, it means could be same way. So you go to the downside, you're gonna close somewhere over here, and or you're gonna continue. So you're gonna have a bearish back test of this area, and then you continue to the downside, right? If not, you're gonna gain this level again, and then you continue. Do it again with this area over here. Do it over here, right? Then you have the change of character. That means you go up. You look for longs only. Does that make sense? A little bit? That's why I said you don't know where we go and how far or how deep you are. You can kind of ish see how the structure is forming on you. So that's what I say. Right now, what did you gain? You did nothing. You didn't gain anything from the highs. So where do we go? Low. We go lower to see if we can hold or fail any kind of structure over there. So yeah, you go lower. That's how you play it. I don't understand how you can do that on another way. Otherwise, you're gonna gamble it. You can do that, but that's up to you and on you when you're gonna gamble. I don't know if you are coming here for gambling or to learn how to trade, but that's all up to you then. But I hope this makes sense. You need to see any kind of gainage. And by gainage, I mean at least 4 hour close above previous high. That's the only thing what you need to remember. And if not, invert the chart. What would you do over here if you see this? What would you do? Would you long it or short it? Would you short this? Yeah, exactly. I hate that when people say I'm gambling as well. Would you do this? Or would you do this? It's all written on the chart. You just need to find the key levels and follow it. Yeah, it is also why people failing it. Yeah, that's true. Yes, man. Yeah, you can do it. That's why I left it for you. I'm not that about moving averages and everything. I don't know. For me, it's a bit wishy-washy, but I love my basics indicators and my levels. I stick to that. Yeah, Crypto Kyle, you okay? But that's what I mean. Like, just look at it. If you're not sure, ask us or somebody else in the group or one of the mentors or mobs or whatever or on the streams because that's why you are coming here together, right? Ask questions and don't please forget about it that something is stupid or a question is maybe weird or whatever. Don't forget about it. It's not. Never gonna be. Because the only thing when you're gonna learn it is by asking questions and by doing it constantly over and over it. So that's the reason why you are here. Please don't be even shy to ask questions. But that's why I said, like right now, follow it. Mark your levels, mark your orders or how you want to trade it, the points of interesting. Put alerts on it even if you want, need to. It's all about strange. No worries, man. No worries. But that's why I said, like, just to give you a more clear head and in which direction we're going right now, simply said, you need to gain anything. especially on 4 hour. And if you don't see 4 hour, if the structure is not that clear to you, go on 1 hour and take it by step, even better, you know. And that's why I want to show you guys, like, this is it easier than that doesn't get. And this is the basic TA and price action what you will ever find. And like, I mean, come on, we are already four. Yeah, this is the fourth stream, and I didn't switch on my indicators yet. So yeah, there you go. And even right now, look at this price action on 1 hour. If you wasn't sure about 4 hour, like, what did you do? You came to the highs, you failed it, right? This was your failure. You came back, you broke the structure, you came back again, and there it is, 1.5%, and you are already going for it. Like, take it or leave it, right? That's why I said patient. Trades will come to you. You don't need to rush it or fucking run behind it or something. They will all will come to you, or didn't it? It's all about failing and gaining, like I said. You fail the previous swing. You bearish backtest it, right? And look what you're doing. I'm wondering how deep this one is going. I think, yeah, something like that. 7%. You can get out from it. Definitely. There it is. Free trade. Don't go right now because that's gonna be crazy, but yeah, you wish. Pushing the price up. I mean, I hope it's eye-opening because that's what we need to do. Why we need to rush it? They all will come to you eventually. It doesn't matter what they did, they will come to you. Like even, for example, this trade, you could even take it as well, but then you're not gonna know where to put your stop loss. But still, you know, if you play it on the lower time frame, you still could do that. You still could play it out. But this one was fucking too easy. Avex? 5 minutes? What are you DJing? You filthy DJ. Oh boy, look at that one. Oof, beautiful. There you go. That was your swing. Perfect. To the T. Oh wait, let me have a look on Fed. What's the oscillator doing? Yeah, same thing. Oh, let's not look at ADA, right? Also spread. Yeah, exactly. Speaking about it, 30-second chart, spread it. Shit. Uh, yep, nice one. Nice eagle. So yeah, I guess that's all. I'm gonna stop my recording right now, and we can continue for another, I guess, 1 hour we still have. Yeah, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So yeah, that's all. Keep in mind what we spoke about it, and like I said, keep in mind about the weekly open, where we're gonna be, where we're gonna stop, where we're gonna close, what we're gonna gain, what we're gonna fail. And it so far, I mean, it's obvious, right? Nothing shows you that we go to the upside yet. I hope I'm gonna be wrong one day. I hope it's gonna turn around on me. But still, even on the daily, guys, look at the oscillator. There is nothing still says that we gonna turn around. Nothing yet. And that's gonna happen. You're gonna receive any kind of yellow dot or any kind of indication when we're gonna be above somewhere over here and closing above that. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And I see you next Wednesday. Bye. See you on the flip side.